Good morning, ladies and gentlemen in Grand Colony in Nigeria. I remain your elder statesperson, Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Agbochenu. Coming your way this day, the 23rd day of August, 2022. And right away, I shall be coming your way with a 2-point agenda. Agenda number 1, coming to react to what Mr. Michael Philemon did yesterday when he went to the office of that legal guru, Mr. Femi Falana, SAN. And secondly, responding to the audio note of the army personnel or the military personnel, so to say. Without much ado, I go ahead to hit the nail on the head. Point number 1, Mr. Michael Philemon. First and foremost, I would like to appreciate what Mr. Michael Philemon is doing. He is being chaste in his behavior. Yes, the way he is going about his issues is what I like. Not like some people who act like barbarians. They come to the social media and begin to rain insults. They begin to talk like garage women. They begin to talk like aburus, causing nuisance in the environment. That is not how to go about it. The pathway of Michael Philemon is highly appreciated. And that is what I would like everybody to do. Getting to the office of Femi Falana shows that he wants to embark on judicial process, and that is what any right-thinking individual should do. Thank you, Mr. Michael Philemon. But however, I would like to mention some certain things that I feel you should look at. When you went into his office, you made it open to people to see what you were doing. What was your aim? To cause fears in the hearts of people? Yes, of course, I think that was your intention. If that was your intention, then I think you have missed it. But I felt why you went here was to address some issues, and the people that you felt you will take up, I believe you might have done your best in trying to make them look at things the way you look at them. But things were not adding up, and that was why you have decided for this result. And there was no need posting whatever you were doing on the pages of the social media. Secondly, when you went there, you crossed your hands. You gave an ultimatum that the ground handlers that fail to respond to your ultimatum in 72 hours or thereabout, that they will be jailed. How come do you arrive at that? They will be jailed. The correctional center, is it your private parlor? Is it your private sitting room that you just go and take somebody and take him there? There are some procedures to follow. And for your information, Mr. Michael, any judicial process has the following three, sorry to say. Number 1, the nature of the case you have. is your case good or your case is bad? If your case is good, you have scored 1 point. Secondly, even if your case is good, you need to get a good lawyer, because your case may be good, but if you have a lawyer that is not good, you may lose the case. And you getting into the office of Femi Falana may not automatically mean that you have taken the day, because you cannot tell us that Femi Falana is the best lawyer in the whole country. Yes, I acknowledge his legal professional achievement. There's no doubt about that. Femi Falana has done the whole country proud, and every right-thinking individual is proud of Femi Falana. But you now going there to sit at one corner and say Femi Falana is the best lawyer in the country, that there is no lawyer that can bring him down in court service, is a lie. I don't believe that. And if you come up now to say that Femi Falana always wins whatever case that he enters into in court proceedings, then that is a lie from the pit of hell. There are some cases that Femi Falana can lose, and there are some cases that he can win. Even if the cases are bad, there are some cases that he can lose, even if the cases are good. That is what I would like you to understand. So you get into the office of Femi Falana is not the end of the case. There is a third factorial figure, which is the judge. You may have a good case and you may have a good lawyer, but if the judge is against you, you know we are in Nigeria, you may not take the day. Although you may not believe what I'm saying, but every right-thinking individual that is born and bred in Nigeria would acknowledge that I'm saying the truth. So you now going to the office of Femi Falana because you have gotten an access to Femi Falana and you were crossing your hand indicating that anybody you pick up will go to jail is a lie from the pit of hell. There are other ancillary events that are determinant of what comes out. That is what I would like you to understand. And by, even if your case is good and your lawyer is good and the judge is on your side, when anybody loses a case, he has the right to go for appeal. And a case may last for 10 years. This thing you are starting today may last for 10 years. You cannot give an assurance to yourself that if you start the case, it will end before December. It will end before December. And these 10 years we are talking about, then what do you aim to achieve? What do you aim to achieve? You know, some people who are in this grant colony and they are expecting the proceeds of this grant to come out, they think they will continue to wait for this 10 years. These are some of the things that we need to put on the table if we would embark in an action. However, Mr. Philemon, I am not trying to discourage you in any way. First and foremost, I made you to understand that I am in tune with what you are doing. Any grant handler that is fraudulent should be answerable to the law. I support that very well. But my advice to you is not to begin to celebrate before you get into the ring. I don't think that is correct. Point number 2, concerning the military man. that came up to speak against Theophilus. First and foremost, I must remain very, very grateful to you, Mr. Military Man, because when you came on board, you gave me the respect that I deserve. When you came, you did not speak arrogantly against me, as so many people who have no respect for their parents do. They abound in the Grand Colony. A lot they come, they even issue out curses on me. What is their reason? Because I have cursed people. I didn't just come out to curse people for nothing's sake. I came out to curse wicked people. I came out to curse people who fabricate instances. I came out to curse people who lie and they know that they have lied. I came out to curse them and they came out cursing me. Why are you cursing me? That I have lied? That I have said something that is untrue? Your curses will return back to you for your information. So what I mean to say here, when you came out, you gave me the respect that I deserve. And I must tell you, I'm very happy as a result of that. And I want to encourage you to continue. You know, the Bible says, anybody that curseth father and mother, his light shall be put out in obscure darkness. Not only your father and your mother, anybody that is of the age of your father and your mother, or anybody that is your elder, if you open your mouth and curse that person, even if you are right, your light will be put out in obscure darkness. So many people that are irresponsible, they don't give credence to this passage of scripture. When you quote it to them, they will be babbling and they will be grandstanding. But you have not chosen that way. When you came, you gave me the recognition due me. And I want to tell you that I am most grateful. Secondly, when you came, you said that you were going to control your speech. You are going to embark on choice of words as much as possible so that you don't hurt anybody. And actually, you got doing that, but you didn't get 100%. You didn't get 100% because you came to some points and you were calling to nonsense. You were calling him foolish. You were calling him somebody that is telling the cock and bull story. You were telling him somebody that is not coordinated, and the rest of them. I don't think that is right enough. When you came and you spoke, I admired the dexterity in your speech, your dexterity in your operation, in what you came to say. I admired it, but you fell off when you lost your temper and you voiced out using the term foolishness, stupidity, no nonsense, and the rest of them. I don't think that would have come up when you started. I expected you to have continued, and all what you need to do is just to make your points known, and that is all. And actually, when you were talking, you made mention of some certain things that I would like to clear. Look, Mr. Military Man, the way you are feeling, if I were not close to Theo, I would feel worse than the way you are feeling. I would feel worse than the way you are feeling. And I, being aware that a circumstance of this would ensue, I normally come forth to brief people. I normally come forth to give information to people, which you can bear me witness. Several people, they acknowledge me And a lot of others, they don't acknowledge me. They say, we want to hear you talk. We want to hear you talk. I hope you are aware of all these things. And I want to say that your state of mind and your state of person, as far as this thing is concerned, is because you are far from Theo. If you are close to him and you see what is happening, you will be more angelic than my own humble self. Look, let me tell you, you mentioned a lot of things. Why not? They are the things that would happen. But there is one thing that you refuse to acknowledge. You refuse to acknowledge that Nigeria is not a perfect country. There are a lot of things that are going on that are absurd. Permit me to say this. And if you want to find out, give me a timing. I'm a popular person and I'm accessible. The military, for instance, at checkpoints in the country today that are meant to checkmate banditry, armed robbers, kidnappers, and the rest of them, go to a lot of roadblocks. They are collecting white. True or false? I know you are an honest person. You know it is a true story. It is happening right now. And if you don't believe it, give me an appointment. Give me an appointment. I and you will take a car and begin to move. You will see this happening under your nose. That's number one point I would like you to know. Secondly, I think you are aware about a week ago when the Minister for Agriculture appeared before Senate. He said he used 18.6 billion naira or thereabout to clear bush. Sir, Mr. Military Man, how would you react to that? How would you react to that? Not only that, there are several cases of that kind. Sir, Mr. Military Man, if there are anomalies in your organization, accepted. But TO is not alone in the storm. There are several things that are happening in Nigeria. I am not trying to say that it is good to begin to do something inordinately. That is not what I am saying. That is not what I am saying. But what I'm trying to tell you, if you blink your eye, you will see a lot of that anomaly. If you become obsessed and act about a particular one as if you are going to evaporate into the thin air so that nobody sees you again, it's not possible. And as such, you may not be too honest with yourself. A lot of things are happening in this country where we are. Things are not normal. And you are now saying that you should come out and speak everything, sir. It's not possible. It may not be possible. Except you come out and try to mutilate the process so that everybody will run at a loss. Times before, very recently, so many people were coming and say, okay, Theo, come and tell us, what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? Tell us, who will be able to solve the problem? We are the masses. And we elected those who are in government. Theo came and said, the government said only 120 NGOs should be credited and paid, and they should have access to their account before 2023. These people that were bravading and ranting, I don't know what they have been able to do till today. I don't know what they have been able to do till today, sir. A lot of things are wrong in this country. Theo himself, he has come up and said that if he goes through this step and finishes this step, and he will now begin to assure himself that he's going to disburse so time before he knows it, another one will come. And that is how he has been solving them. I am a witness to this. Everybody cannot know this. Nigeria is dicey. Nigeria is not a perfect country. You know this. Even in the military, the things you do are not perfect. In the police force, the things they do, they are not all perfect. In the National Assembly, the things they do, they are not all perfect. In the presidency, everybody knows this, except you want to be dishonest. But these are the facts under our nostrils. We know this. I am a witness to what Tio is going through. But if you sit there now and say, Tio, tell us everything that you are passing through, it's not possible. You want him to destroy the process at the end of the day. So let me tell you a few things that you were mentioning, which actually I don't think you addressed them well. Number one, you were saying that Theo said is coming with the speed of the bullet. What is wrong with that? What is the implication of that? The implication means the effort he is putting into what he's doing. That is what he's saying. He did not say that you are going to get your desired expectation with the speed of the bullet. I am coming with the speed of the bullet is one thing. And you will get your desired expectation with the speed of the bullet is yet another thing. But you mistook coming with the speed of the bullet for getting your desired expectation. Of course, he is moving with the speed of the bullet, even up to now. And if I tell you that Theo does not sleep for 2 hours successfully in a day, you may not be able to believe it. And all in the effort to make sure that everybody smiles. He is all out for the masses. That is the truth. That is the effort he's putting through. Except you are coming out now, you that said that you gathered your people and you were praying for Theo sometime. Except you have withdrawn. Except you have withdrawn. If you have withdrawn, no problem. You are entitled to your opinion. But if I were you, the fighting continues. In my language, they said, okay, if the battle is not over, you don't drop the sword. And you who is praying for Theo, you don't give him a timing by which a particular event will happen. That has been our problem. We give Theo timing. And Theo is not the only factorial figure in this deal. The operations are always dicey from one step to another, from one step to another. And you are now saying he should come out and begin to explain all these things to you. Sir, I would like you to reason with me. Theo saying he's coming with the speed of the bullet. There's nothing wrong. He is still going around with the speed of the bullet. But a lot of you mistook that for getting your desired expectation with the speed of the bullet. Again, you came up, you talked about the abrupt demand for 500,000 naira. I had explained this earlier, except you did not listen to my V-note, sir. I'd like you to go and listen to that, my V-note. I explained it there. Except if you listened to it, you refused to take it. And you said that he gave only 48 hours. Theo did not give any time for that money to be paid. He didn't give any time. If the 120 people had not been consummated up till now, the payment would have still been going on. The payment would have still been going on. But there was a targeted number. It may not even be 48 hours. If the targeted number is gotten within 30 minutes, he closes the door. He closes the door. He didn't give any time, but he had a target. That is just the issue. He had a target. The target was met within 48 hours, and he said, okay, stop. If not, there were several other people that were still willing to pay. And even right now, as I'm talking to you, if he opens the door, he says, okay, people are still willing to come and they say, no, I have gotten the number that I'm looking for. So, sir, I would like to correct you in that area. He didn't give any time. He didn't give 48 hours as against what you insinuated in your V note. Point number 3. You were talking about his unconscious expressions when he was talking about the 4 women that did what they did. Sir, listen to me. The mode of approach towards somebody determines the reply you will get from that person. Look at the way I'm talking to you now. Can you imagine Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Agbochenu addressing some people who don't have sense? Anybody who insulted me? If you had insulted me, the way I'm talking to you is not the way I will talk to you. The way I'm responding to this, your V note now, will not be the way I am responding to you, irrespective of your profession, whether you are a military man or you are whoever. If you are a military man, you insult me, I will insult you. If you are a civilian, you insult me, I will insult you. Whoever you are, if you talk to me derogatorily, I will talk to you derogatorily. Sir, let me remind you of what these people said. Number 1, they said that the mandate has been removed from Theo and given to his subordinates and given to Ibrahim. Some say Abdullahi. That's number 1. Number 2, they said that Theo has fixed the money in Ghana. That's number 2. Number 3, they said that Theo has been arrested. They said again that Theo is under interrogation, and all these are fabrications. Sir, if you come up and you were the one, what will you do? Theo was not the only person who spoke roughly to them. I was the first person who spoke roughly to them. I even came up and released curses on them. And those curses, they stand if they refuse to repent. If they refuse to repent. If somebody has a grant that he wants to give, and it is not yet convenient for him to give, there are some certain things that should console you. Number 1, the man is readily present with you. That should be a very big hope. It should be a very, very big hope. And the person is proving responsible. He is running his Sunday services and the Christian programs normally. But the only thing that is synonymous with these people is that they are not patient, and they want to give order to the person they are coming to beg for favor. Whether they like it or not, Theo is greater than them. They are looking for favor from Theo, and if they would address Theo, they should do that with humility. They should do that with humility. The way you have approached me in your vino, that is what they should do to you. When you came talking, you gave me respect to the maximum. You did not insult me. But you know that there are some people who are lower than you by far in age, in profession, in wealth, and the rest of them, but they don't respect me. But you came, you gave me the respect that I deserve. So those people, they don't deserve any respect. And you should know, irrespective of the office that Theo is occupying, you should know that he is a human being susceptible to emotional discharge. Yes, when somebody says some certain things about you, we have something we call response to stimulus, which you people that are teachers taught us in the primary school, irritability. When somebody hurts you, you can react. It's a reaction. And you cannot say, okay, because he's the CEO. Even he's the CEO, he's still a human being. He's still a human being. And the rest of them. So, sir, I would like you to be considerate. I would like you to be considerate. Why won't he mention those women if they came to play games? If they came to play pranks, claiming to be freedom fighters, claiming to be fighting for the masses. That was what he said. He said that he is coming to expose them. Won't you be happy? As a military personnel, won't you be happy if he comes to expose them? That is that point for you. So please, I wouldn't like you to look at that as being uncautious expression. Next point, number 4. In your V-note, you say that Theo has become an avenue through which Christianity is ridiculed, depending on the angle that you are looking at him. Yes, you are looking at him from the angle that he has the money and he has decided to stop disbursing even when everything is at his disposal. Then you may be correct. But if everything is not at his disposal and he is waiting for some doors to open before he can do it, then you saying that he is ridiculed. It's not correct. And as you are there saying that Christianity is ridiculed through him, there are so many people that are singing his praises, including myself, because I know what he is doing. I know his lifestyle. Point number 5. You said that the YouTube channel that he opened, from your expressions, there was no need for it. There was no need for it, for him to entertain complaint that the only thing that is meaningful now is disbursement. Sir, you don't know the aim of that YouTube. YouTube is meant to serve the masses before and after disbursement. You are not aware. Yes, of course. You are not aware that that is what is operable. And you were again saying that if he had the idea of this YouTube, why had he not brought it earlier than now? Sir, Theo is not omniscience. He can't know everything that he has to do at a point. There are some certain things that will come in as you continue, and this is one of it. And for your information, Theo has never done a thing like this before. These are facts that are readily on our table that we know. And so if he comes to this point and he opens a YouTube channel to begin to operate, why will you now accost him and say that why had he not done this before now? Sir, Theo is not omniscience. He is learning. Everybody learns. The only person that does not learn is God. God who understands everything. God who knows everything. And even before you go to sleep, God knows the state of your mind. The next point number 7, I think, He said, contacts shall be made to his office. What do you mean, sir? I think you said you are a military man and you wouldn't like to disclose your identity. And you have now come to say that contact shall be made to his office. This thing that you said, did you say it to threaten him? Or you mean what you are saying? Or you are now trying to say that now I am not revealing my identity, but when that time comes, I am coming to reveal my identity. And you told us earlier, you said as a military man, it is not good for you to reveal your identity. Are you trying to tell us that when that time comes, it will be good for you to reveal your identity? This is a civil case. And even if it is not a civil case, if it is a criminal case, nothing concerns the military with the civilians. Yes, your job duty does not permit you to get into a thing like this. You have a complaint, direct it to the appropriate quarters. Sir, because if you come to your office, it's part of the anomalies that are happening in this country. With your job description by the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you've gotten no right whatsoever to go and interrogate any civilian. And you have come and said that your father is a general. Yes, he can be a general. He has his job description, and not to come and interrogate a civilian. It does not happen. If you venture into that, then you join the league of people who do things absurdly in this country. Sir, I would like you to calm down. Calm down. Because with the way you have spoken this morning, you no longer have faith in Theobat. That is one thing that I know. Because you have said that Theo is not honest. Because of your feelings and perceptions and knowledge. That Theo is not transparent, and the rest of them. So you are trying to express that you no longer have faith in Theobat. Sir, it is you that have spoken. Millions upon millions of people, they have faith in Theobat. Very soon, I will invite the NGOs to Abuja for a meeting under his instruction. I spoke to them that this week I'm going to get along across to them, where I am expecting a meeting to hold between me and him, and I will feed the people back. Sir, Theo is the one running this program, not you. Not you. And you cannot give him timeline, because Theo himself is answerable to some situations and circumstances which he is going through. Answer. If you feel Theo is delaying too much, go and bring your grant now and give to people, with the speed of light. If you feel it is that easy. In this country, Nigeria, I have been speaking this over and over, but you people have refused to take it. It's not that you don't know it, but you have refused to take it. You think that life in Nigeria is a straight line graph. You know that life in Nigeria is not a straight line graph. Everybody knows that. But one thing very, very obvious with us is we always want to gloss over the facts under our nostrils. And we go to say what we have to say. Sir, military man, Mr. Military Man, don't allow these people to deceive you. The way you have spoken, I know Nigeria has people. You spoke with utmost dexterity, and I like it. I'm an academician. People who show forth their worth, I admire them. I don't like riffraffs. I don't like people who are not stuffed with knowledge and they come to protrude themselves that they know something. I know that you are a man of knowledge. Please don't be deceived by the mouths of these people. Theo has this money and he's going to he's going to disburse, rather to say. Be patient. Be patient. You shouldn't have exhausted your patience by now. And for your information, Reverend Dr. Bartholomew Agbochenu, that is talking here, I don't tolerate nonsense. If you have been following me up, you know I don't tolerate nonsense. That is whom I am. That is whom I am. If I'm not seeing what that is happening, I'll even talk harder than you have done. But what I would like you to do, pipe down. Pipe down. The young man will deliver. Good morning.